Welcome to Bentley Motors. When W.O. Bentley designed and built this 8-litre car in the 1930s, it was the start of something special. No other luxury car marque can claim the racing success that Bentley has had at such venues as Brooklands and Le Mans. This is carried through into the modern day car design, with designs such as the GT and the Mulsanne.
Welcome to the Bentley body shop for the new Mulsanne. I'm the production planning manager here at Crewe, and my team were the team responsible for installing this brand new facility. The building's 7,500 metres in space. The equipment inside it cost €15 million. We spent about another $7.5 million on building works to prepare the building for the equipment installation. What we're going to see today is a real blend between manual reworking and craftsmanship skills, which we use heavily, together with the latest in robotics and automation to produce the Mulsanne body. The body is the latest generation of Bentley body shell. It's a large steel monocoque construction with aluminium hang-on parts for doors and bonnet. The boot lid is SMC. The reason for that is it's radio transparent, so all the aerials of the car are actually located in the boot lid, which is why on the body you don't see an exterior area like you will with many cars. The body itself is welded in its entirety here from approximately 620 press parts that come into the business from outside suppliers. So what you're looking at here is conventional electro-resistant spot welding of the floor panel for the new Mulsanne. One of the reasons we use robots in this area is because of the size of the guns. As you can appreciate from what you're looking at, this welding gun is very large and will be very difficult to manoeuvre manually to achieve the accuracy of the spot welds that we're trying to achieve on this body shell. As you can see from this cell, the robot has 8 separate tools available to itself. As you can see, they all vary in size and shape for reaching certain applications within the welding of the assembly. So the yellow lids that are over the top of the tools are actually there to prevent dust ingress. As you can imagine, the connections between the robot and the tool include network communications for software control. They include a number of different welding connections. What you're looking at now is the aluminium flexible cell. You have to keep the processing of steel and aluminium separate. The large gun you see in front of you here basically pushes an aluminium rivet through the aluminium metal itself, self-pierces the hole, and then forms the rivet. So it's a cold riveting process. It's an industry-leading process for the joining of aluminium. Okay, welcome to the wood shop. Wood is one of the core values of Bentley. The process for wood actually starts with this, which is veneer. If I put these two side by side, you'll actually see the pattern is virtually identical. It's not truly identical because the shape does change through the root ball, but it's very close to being identical. And what we do that shape to do something called book matching, where we actually open the veneer up and make the pattern on both sides actually match as you go around the car. So if I give you an example, take these two waist rails. These are waist rails from the front door of a Mulsanne. If I put them sideways, like that, you'll actually be able to see the pattern on one side of the waist rail actually matches the pattern on the other side. We follow that all the way around the vehicle. So welcome to the leather shop. What we have here in the trim centre is actually the processing of the leather for the Mulsanne and for the Continental. It takes an average of about 12 hides for each Continental and between 17 to 18 for each Mulsanne. An LCD camera effectively is used to scan the hide and photograph each of the locations. This then creates a map which the machine then uses to move the cut shapes around to get the best possible utilisation. The bed of the machine itself has actually got thousands of little pinholes through which air is vacuumed out to actually stick the hides to the shape of the cutting table. The machine you're looking at the moment is a hide cutting machine. It's a CNC controlled machine that cuts individual shapes out of the hide. As you can see, the hide's been marked with chalk, which is done by hand. The two different colours indicate the usable and semi-usable areas of the hide. And the computer on the machine actually nests the shapes around those marks to get the best possible utilisation out of the hide. I'm stood here in the Lineage exhibition area within Bentley. I've stood next to a V8 engine, similar to the one that goes into Mulsanne. Where we're going to take you shortly is into the engine shop, so you can actually see this engine in the process of build and also under test. We actually have two engine production facilities here. We have one for the W12 and one for the V8. What you see behind me at the moment is the W12 production line. It's actually a horseshoe shape, with production starting at the bottom end of the building, moving around the horseshoe at the top, and then moving back down towards the building where the engine test areas are. Okay, welcome to the assembly hall. What you see here is the Mulsanne assembly line. This is the point at which the vehicle comes together. We're about halfway down that production line here at the moment. Behind us you see the vehicle going through its early stages of build with wiring harness and the interior portions of the vehicle. Moving away behind us is the rest of the assembly line. And where we'll go shortly is to the end of that production line to show you a vehicle under test.
You've seen how the Mulsanne is built here at Bentley. Now all you need is enough money to drive one away. This is Mark Langdon for E&T Magazine.